Today is Friday, February 14th. It is a live call, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody that celebrates that. Hey, I hope you're getting your flowers and your cards and your chocolates for your loved ones, and I want to give you a big bear hug for everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. I tell you, great things are happening with TelexFREE, and you've landed on our corporate conference call. We've got some great things to announce today. Hey, lots of answers to some questions. We're going to be talking about our new contract invoice update, product update, company updates, and also covering the 1099 schedule along with tax tips from Joe Kraft for your business. And we're super, super excited about 2014 because it has literally just gone like gangbusters here starting off the beginning of the year. And my name is Kelly Toller out in Charlotte, North Carolina. Been a proud promoter with TelexFREE since December 2012, having a great time with it, a great leadership here, and a great company to work with. Super, super excited about everyone plugging onto the call today. So grab your piece of paper and a pen and take some notes. And first of all, I want to bring up Randy Crosby to the line, and then we can head off and start with our International Marketing Director, Steve Labriola. Hey, Randy Crosby out of Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, I am here, Kelly, and I'll tell you what, it's a great time to be here, and I couldn't think of a better person to bring to the front of the call other than Steve Labriola. I'm telling you guys, this guy has a heart of gold. Again, we had the opportunity just this past week to visit with him down in Florida as he was down there. A great training with us, wallet, which is phenomenal, guys. And you guys really need to go in your back office, make sure you take a look at the e-wallet. There's a lot of videos back there. You can make cash deposits in your area. It's absolutely phenomenal. Great, great training back there. And then we had the opportunity of going out to Kansas City with him. And this, and I'll tell you guys, I've never met anyone like Steve Labriola. The guy has energy like better than the Energizer Bunny. It's amazing how he works and what he does all day long to work with. Really appreciation for done, Steve, and the calls that you take. And I'll tell you, I couldn't do what you're doing. I couldn't fill your shoes. I'll tell you that 100%. I could not. I couldn't even come close to all that you handle, all the things that you guys are working on behind the scenes. You know, helping run the company, and I tell you what, when you have a project that's this enormous, and you're fielding the amount of calls that you're taking, and on the amount of different products, and as well as the new services that we're about to have, Steve, I really want to say from the thank you very much for all you do. So at this time, I'd like to bring up to the front of the call our International Marketing Director, Mr. Steve Labriola.
Randy, thank you so much for that, and Kelly, thanks for all the intros on the call. And Randy and I spent a window of time that we talk every day, but we didn't actually get on the road that much together. We kind of crossed in the air, but the past week we actually had the opportunity of spending some quality time in two great cities, and I enjoyed every bit of them. And Randy always says great things, but Randy is an outstanding man from his presentations. I have to say, I've seen a lot of TelexFREE presentations, but the one I saw Randy do in Kansas City was probably the best one I have ever seen. So great job out there, Randy, and thank you for your leadership and everything that you do. Your tireless hours are definitely well noted. It's not just me that work long hours. So thank you for all of that, and thank you all for everything that you do. And we are still growing fast, and we still get bumps in the road. And I'm going to cover some of those things on this call, but first of all, we have the opportunity to have our head of accounting, our CFO, Joe Kraft, is on the call, and I think that Joe has got some awesome things to talk about coming up on tax season, and not only what he does here in the company, the great things, and his tax season in general. To get 5 minutes of his time right now is very challenging, so I'm not going to take much time right up front. I will introduce all of you to an awesome man who actually have spent some great time together, and I think we laugh a little bit around here too, and thank you for all that you do, Joe. And want to introduce all of you, Joe Kraft, are you there?
Yes, Steve, I'm here. So thank you very much for that introduction, and Good afternoon to everyone. Good morning, I guess, to some of you. And I have one of my associates on the line with me today, and her name is Phyllis. Phyllis, are you there? Well, okay, maybe not. So anyway, we will, what I'm going to do today is talk about the timing of the 1099s being sent out, and the good news is that those are going to be sent out the latter part of next week. So y'all should be looking to receive those just as long as it takes for the mail to come. And there are some agents who we know we've got incorrect tax ID numbers on those people, so we invite you to contact us with any corrections to your 1099s. We want to get that right. The copy that goes to the IRS is not due just yet. We've still got some more time before that has to be filed. So we want to get what we send to the IRS absolutely correct. And so we do have some time to get those corrections from you. So Steve, could you kind of share with them how a person that wants to communicate maybe a wrong Social Security number or incorrect tax ID number, how do they get that information to us?
Absolutely, Joe. We are setting it up for the next couple of weeks. Our call center, anybody who gets their 1099 and realizes there is something incorrect on their 1099, whether it's a tax ID number or something else, call our call center. And the way this whole process will work is they will expedite that immediately so that it gets edited immediately before, as Joe said, we don't actually have to send our copy of the 1099s until the end of March to the IRS and to the individual states. So we have that window of time to make sure that it's all correct. So as Joe said, 1099s, we have been working round the clock, 7 days a week, getting the process. They're about there. Next week to be mailed. And when you receive it, just look it over. If it's incorrect, call our call center and just tell them flat out, tax ID or whatever it is on my 1099 is incorrect, and they will expedite that immediately to the right person to get that resolved. So we'll get that all processed quickly for you. So I'll hand it back to you, Joe, and you can actually talk about some tax information and help people where they are.
Great, thank you, Steve. So, so I was the co-author of the 3rd and 4th editions of the book that's now entitled Home Business Tax Savings Made Easy. So I'm truly an expert on home business tax breaks. You know, I wrote that book, and basically TelexFREE just wanted me to take a few minutes and share hopefully some helpful tips with you all on ways to lower your tax liability, things to deduct that maybe you weren't even aware you could deduct. And there are some sophisticated strategies that you know, many of you are making really good money with TelexFREE, and so you know, our saying has always been, it's how much you keep that counts, not how much you make. So it's important to take advantage of every legal tax break that's available to you. And so I'm going to touch on some of the, I'm only going to take a few minutes, but I'm going to touch on some of the ones that should be applicable to everybody. And these are things that, you know, when you have your taxes done, you want to be sure and you know, bring this up to your tax preparer so that you get the benefit of these deductions. So perhaps one of the bigger ones might be for those that are out there, networking and working the business opportunity pretty hard. Mileage on your vehicle. So you can write off for every business mile that you drive, you can write off 56 cents per mile, and that's a huge tax break. So let me just give you an example. If you drove 10,000 miles for your TelexFREE business, that could equate to a $5,600 tax deduction. And so the secret is being able to work your business basically wherever you go. So when you go to meet friends or to eat or to shop, if you're out constantly promoting your business, then you should capture that information. And the IRS wants you to keep up with 4 things: the date, the destination, the business purpose, and the number of miles. Another thing is meals and entertainment expenses. If you're out talking to somebody or having lunch or having dinner with somebody, and you share this business opportunity with them, then you can write off the cost of your meal. You don't have to pay for their meal. You can go Dutch, but you need to document 4 things. You need the date, the amount, who was eating, and what the business purpose was. And so if you get the restaurant ticket, the little restaurant receipt, you can just write on that who ate and what the business purpose was. You need to save those little restaurant tickets because the IRS has a rule that you have to document that information within 24 hours of the meal. So if a person shows up at an IRS audit and all they got their credit card bills or their bank statements showing their debit card charges, they're likely going to lose the meals and entertainment deduction because you don't have evidence that you documented that within 24 hours. So just remember, always save your restaurant tickets. That's real important. Those do fade over time. So if you get a program like Neat Receipt or something like that you see on TV or TaxSpot or any of these things that help you track stuff, it's a great way to preserve that deduction. I've represented literally probably well over 100 people that have been audited by the IRS that were in home-based businesses. And so that is something that's real important, is keeping your mileage records and keeping your meals and entertainment expenses. Pretty much every other expense you incur for your business, a canceled check or a credit card statement or receipt, is sufficient proof of the deduction. Now, if you go to a place like Walmart where you can buy virtually anything at Walmart, you do need to save the little receipt so you can show what it was you were buying. So if you buy office supplies, if you mail things out for your business, postage, all of those kinds of things are tax deductible. Your cell phone bill. So we're getting ready to launch Telex Mobile. We're real excited about that. And if you buy a package, the IRS allows you an 80% business expense deduction for your cell phone without substantiating the business use percentage. So what that means is that if you talk on your phone for business and for personal, you can write off 80% of your bill, no questions asked. Now, if you want to write off more than 80% of your bill, you have to have proof that it was actually used more than 80% for business use. So for that reason, I usually just tell people to just take the 80% deduction. It's a great deduction. You can write off your internet service at home. You can write off the cost of new office equipment if you use it for the business, things like a computer, printer, cost of a cell phone, any kind of thing that you buy to help with operating your business. You can take a home office deduction. Now, a lot of people are afraid to take the home office deduction because they think that's going to be a red flag and it's going to get them audited by the IRS. And that's a myth. Years ago, the issue of who was eligible to claim a home office deduction was very unsettled. And so there was a lot of audits for people to determine who could in fact claim one. Then there was a U.S. Supreme Court case called the Solomon case that basically made the rules very liberal. And now virtually anybody can claim a home office deduction. And so the need for the IRS to audit these people is no longer there. So it's not a red flag for an audit. If you're entitled to claim the home office deduction, by all means claim it. And you can write off a percentage of your utilities at home, your homeowner's insurance, your rent if you rent, your interest in property taxes if you own. You can even depreciate the house, the cost of the house, if you own your house. And you can take the percentage of the home that you use for your home office. You have to use it exclusively for your business. So it can be a room, it can be a part of a room, it can be more than one room. Typically it's measured by square footage, but whatever percent that you use exclusively for business, you can write that percent off on the repairs, maintenance, anything that you spend to maintain and operate that household. Furnace filters, light bulbs, it's an endless number of things that you can take a tax deduction for there. You can also do some more sophisticated, creative things. You can hire your children to work in the business, and you can pay them, it's an odd figure, but up to roughly $5,000 a year each. They have to be at least 7 years old, and it works best if they're under 18. But as long as they do something legitimate for your business and you treat them like an employee, not an independent contractor, then you can deduct what you pay them, and it's not going to be taxable to them if it's their only source of income. So I've got 3 children, and all 3 of my children help me with my business, and I pay them. So that's a $15,000 deduction in that example that I can take that virtually, they don't have to pay tax on. Now, you need to be very careful about record keeping in this area, just to make sure that if you were audited, that you can prove that they did do work for your business, and whatever you paid them, the value of what you paid them was reasonable for what they did for you. Some of you may be making, a lot of you are making a lot of good money here, and some of you may benefit from having a corporation or an LLC. There's some tax breaks there. You may be able to write off 100% of your out-of-pocket medical expenses. There's a way you can do that if you're married, by hiring your spouse and offering that as an employee benefit to your spouse and to your spouse's spouse, which is you, and to your dependents, which is your kids, so you can write off 100% of your health insurance and your out-of-pocket medical expenses as a business expense. If you're not married, you can do that through a certain type of corporation. So these are just a few. I'm not going to take much more of your time. These are just a few things that you can use to help lower your tax liability. And the My Financial Advantage product that TelexFREE offers, MFA product, money tracks, the financial counseling component of the MFA product. We will give you advice on these things particular to your situation. So if you're not currently an MFA customer, by all means, join the MFA program, and then you can utilize the Money Track service for any tax advice. Now MFA doesn't prepare tax returns, but we can give you all of this type of information on a one-on-one basis and try to help you, maximize your own tax situation. And I think my associate Phyllis maybe now is on the call with us. Phyllis, are you there? Well, I thought she was. But anyway, Phyllis is one of the financial counselors through the MFA service, and she would be delighted to work with you on any tax matter or any personal financial matter that you need advice on. And then my firm, my CPA firm, is called Craft Financial Solutions. We're based out of Indiana, but we have a large component of our practice that's devoted to serving the tax needs of home-based business owners, and we would welcome the opportunity to talk with you about your situation, and perhaps we could do your taxes for you for 2013. If you're interested in us assisting you with your taxes, the best way to get in touch with us is to just shoot us an email, and the email address is info, I-N-F-O, at joecraftcpa.com. And that's Joe, J-O-E, this is my name, J-O-E, C-R-A-F-T, CPA.com. So info at joecraftcpa.com. And all you have to do is say, hey, I was on Joe Craft's TelexFREE call, and I'd like to speak to somebody about help with my taxes. And just give us your name and your, phone number, your email address, what time zone you're in, and then somebody will contact you. And hopefully, we'd be glad to help as many of you as want. And like I said, this is the area that we've got lots of experience in. So, Steve, I guess I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate all that, and thank you for taking your time to get on this call. For everybody on the call that was listening in on that, Joe, as he said, he co-authored #1 bestseller, and it's all about managing your money and how to keep more of it when you're doing your taxes. So great resource, very, very intelligent. He knows his numbers. So if you're looking for help, like he said, just reach out. And it's a great resource for everybody. Thank you again, Joe. And now you can actually get back to the number crunching you were doing.
All right.
Thank you. So I wanted to take some time and talk about some of the things that we're doing here. We are very, very excited about Telex Mobile. It is right around the corner. I know that I was showing a bunch of people in both Florida and in Kansas City a Telex app on my phone, and it's really, really a cool product that's going to integrate perfectly with your Telex 99. And Randy's been hammering me to get it on his phone, and we've been testing it here in the office and gone through a couple of revisions and a couple of modifications, and we're about to put it out to a handful of people out in the field. That'll be happening at the beginning of next week, and put it through its trials and tribulations there. But I would probably say within the next 2 weeks you'll see that product out in everybody's hand. It's really, really awesome. The greatest thing that I see with it is the ability to reach out to somebody around the world. If they are a Telex app user and a Telex 99 subscriber, and you are, and you're all on the same plan, and you can talk, and you can hook up, you can send messages, you can do international texting, you can call cell phones, landlines. You know, for everybody that is a Telex 99 subscriber now, what this app will do for you is it'll give you access to dial numbers directly, and it's just got a lot of really cool features. It's got a live video chat that is there. It will not be turned on in day one, but it will be turned on shortly after, once everything else is running smoothly around the globe. So, awesome thing. Most of this week, we've been sitting in meetings and getting a lot of work done, planning the rollout of that. Telex Mobile, Todd and Dwayne were both here for a few days this week and working out some finer details. JIT guy is here working at implementing all of these things into the system as fast as possible. I know they can't be there fast enough. It's coming very, very fast, and we're all very excited about that. We're all excited about some of the changes that are coming in our comp plan next week. We've got a group we're getting together with to talk about the rollout of the changes. Understand that everything that we do is, we got to focus on customers, customers, customers. I say that everywhere we go, whatever we do. So the rollout of new products, new services, and additional customers is very, very good. It's good for everybody out there. It's good for the agents. It's great for the company. It's going to give us the longevity that we're all looking for. I know I've talked to a lot of the big leaders out there and the agents that I've talked to, and everybody's looking for a place to hang their hat. And I say that because I'm looking on my desk. I've got a hat here, sitting here. TelexFREE is that place, and we want to make sure that we're around for a long time to come. So the changes that are coming down are very exciting. It's going to put some more money on the table. It's going to do some increased things in some areas. So we're all very excited about that. We're excited about MFA. We've had incredible, incredible success with MFA. It's been spreading rapidly. I don't know, is Jay Godwin on the call at all? I don't know if he hopped on. No, I didn't think so. I meant to reach out to him. He could talk about some of the numbers. He knows them a lot better than I do, but all I can tell you is that they're nothing less than spectacular. From the number of signups that are coming in to the number of people that are saving huge, huge money on their monthly, yearly, and lifetime commitment to whether it's debts, whether it's interest, whatever they're doing. So again, another great product that's helping people change lives. We're very excited about the success of that. We're very excited about where that's going. The company itself is growing so fast, and as I talk about so many times, and I get emails from people, you know, stop talking about the train or the car going 90 miles an hour. We do keep growing. We do keep moving ahead, and we do still have some prevailing issues in there. And there's a couple of them that I've spoken to the people, and we're going back and forth on a couple of system issues that we're working through. I want all of you to know that rolling into your second-year contract, if things don't look perfect, we absolutely will make it perfect. All of what you built, I am all about residual income. That's what I want to see in your business more than anything else. I want to see your residual paying you month after month after month after month, year after year. That's really what everybody out there is in this business for. And that is absolutely all getting built in the system, and it is all, you're going to start seeing all of that rolling back in. Our staff, our entire staff, for the past 2 weeks, have been diligently working through getting 1099s processed, and literally 7 days a week, some days 15, 18-hour days, trying to get to the point we're at now where we can finally submit them to the 1099 agency. As Joe said, they told us by the middle and end of next week they'll all be printed and in the mail. So it's very exciting, and now we can kind of take that hat off and kind of move forward with some of these other things that are on the plate. But I talk about a vehicle moving at 90 miles an hour and consistently growing as we're changing tires. You take that particular thing, we literally had to take our entire staff to get all of those 1099s processed as fast as we can get them processed, because we keep growing and we keep moving forward and we keep adding things, and we're adding products, we're adding services, we're adding customer service. So we will continue to go down that road, and we will continue to have bumps in the road, but the key is we will continue. We will never stop continuing. We will never not move forward. And I know that there are some prevailing things out there, and for some people it's in their business and it's just happening to them, but in their eyes it's happening to the whole world. It's not happening to the whole world, but for all of those individuals out there that may see something that's not right, I can promise you that we will keep moving forward. And I was reading an email this morning, and I don't know if Faith is on the call, but she sends me emails every single day, and she's really, really harsh. And you know, I love Faith, and she means well, but she comes down on me really, really hard sometimes, and sometimes I deserve it because something gets put on my plate and I hand it off to somebody and it's not done as efficiently, as quick as I would like it to be. But I'm moving on to other things, and then Faith will come back and remind me, and I know there's a lot of other agents out there, and there's this particular thing that we're working on it, and we are going to get through it. We're going to move to the other side. We are never going to quit. We are never going to move on to something else. We're here for the long haul, and I hope all of you are here for the long haul, because TelexFREE's got a great, great future. The products that are on board now and the products that are coming on board and the changes that we're making to go forward to build a bridge into the future is nothing less than spectacular. And we are so excited. And as Randy said at the beginning of the call, we do work long, tireless hours and do our best to achieve the goals that we're putting out there and do our best to get to that next step. And sometimes we may not end up getting to that next step on day 1 or 3 or 5 or 10, but we're going to keep plowing down that road and going to the next step as efficiently as we can and getting all of you where you need to be. I know a lot of you have changed your lives to get in this business, and that is really awesome. I've talked to people that have said, I want this to be my home, and we want it to be your home. All I can say is just be a little bit patient. And if your patience wears a little thin, you know, throw the mud at us once in a while like Faith does, like I was saying, and it's okay, you know. We are never quitting. We're going to keep moving forward. And the app is really, really awesome. And it's funny because the app actually came to pass. It wasn't even a prospective product, really. But the IT guy that started designing that put it on our plate, and we were all like, wow, that is really, really awesome. And everybody that I've showed it to and I've talked to about it, they're all really excited. Randy can't get it fast enough. And I've heard it from Randy more, aside from his daily phone calls and his emails, when I see him in person, which I have had the opportunity this weekend, as we said, in a couple of cities. Before he even says hi to me, he comes walking up and he says, Steve, I want the app on my phone. So it's very, very cool. It's very exciting. And no matter what the bloggers say, no matter what is going on out there, we're going to do our best to move forward and to help all of you change your life and everybody around your life. Whether it's products and services, whether it's additional income, whatever you're looking for, we do think that this is the right place. But I want all of you to know that, remember, your business is about products. Your business is about putting products out into people's hands and helping them use the products. It is not about just running ads and getting paid. It's about getting products out there. You've got to remember that. That's what your business is all about. That's what we want you to convey to people. That's what we want you to build your business around. And as long as you all build your business around that concept, you will have a business and an income forever. That's the whole key to building our future. So I want to thank all of you for taking the time to get on this call, and thank all of you for spending the hours and doing the miles, which I think you heard from Joe. You can actually write those miles off. And actually, an exciting little thing, Joe just told me this morning, too. He was in my office this morning, and we're talking about cell phones. And I didn't know what he just told all of you, that 80% of your cell phone bill, you're in your own business. Write it up. It's great. You know, it is. I know in this business especially, all of you use your cell phone for your business. You're calling agents, whether it's family, friends, agents, you're building a business on a daily basis. So remember that when it comes to tax time, you want to take advantage of that. So I want to thank you all for getting on the call, and thank you all for spending your hours building the business. We're growing by leaps and bounds because of all of you out there. In lieu of the bumps, in lieu of the situations that occur, you keep building your business, and I know it's because your income keeps growing, and that's exciting to us. Keep moving forward, keep putting the products out in front of people, and keep your business growing. As I always say in my meetings, just reach out and touch somebody. Help the people around you change their life. That's what we're doing, one by one by one, around the world, wherever you want to go. So I want to thank you all for everything that you do, and thank you all for being on this call, and thank you all. And if everybody's got a holiday they're celebrating today, reach out and give somebody a hug and wish them the best for their holiday. My wife made me wear something red today, so I have my red sweatshirt on. So everybody, I wish you the best, safest holiday, day, week, and weekend. Enjoy every minute you have, and just keep looking forward. And remember, the most important person in your day is the one in your mirror. Make sure that person is doing good every single day, and every one of you step out and make it an awesome day. Thank you so much for everything.
Steve, I tell you what, I am absolutely floored. I'm loving what I'm hearing, so I just had to jump in here and say thank you, not only to you, to everybody up there in the staff for all the hard work that you guys are doing, and we really, really appreciate it. And I tell you what, I was talking to my wife the other day, and it's so funny. With her phone service, no matter how many companies we've ever been in, she never, ever would touch her phone service. But now, when it came to Telex Mobile and her, she said the minute that they offer it, she wants the most expensive plan with all the bells and whistles, because that's just how much she's impressed, not only with the company, the management, but the heart behind the company, and the fact that we're not only going to support the different products and services, but we love the fact that we can earn income. So we're so appreciative of that. And once again, I want to say thank you very, very much for all that you do, and look forward to seeing you in Santo Domingo, my friend. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Randy, and thank you, everybody. And everybody make it an awesome day, and go TelexFREE.
Hey, thank you, Steve Labrella, and thank you, Randy. Hey, Randy, you mentioned about the cell phone. Yeah, that is 80% cell phone and phone bill tax deduction, so that is awesome. I want the best plan as well. Thank you, Steve Labrella, once again, and Mr. Joe Kraft, the CFO of TelexFREE, coming to the line with fantastic tax tips. And everyone reach out there to Kraft Financial Solutions out there in Indiana. And once again, Joe Craft's email, info@joecraftcpa.com. And I wanted to let everybody know the TelexFREE customer service phone line. That is the number if you have any corrections needed with your 1099s that you receive. The customer service phone number is, here's the number. It's 1-888-886-5486. And once again, that number is for USA, 1-888-886-5486. And their call center, the call center is available from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you're calling outside of the USA. The TelexFREE customer service phone number is 1-704-245-6408. And once again, out of the USA, the TelexFREE customer service is 1-704-245-6408. All right, so that is the customer service number, and also a little snippet of events if you are planning on getting to Vegas. Well, for starters, February 21st, 22nd is Dominican Republic, and also that is Vegas weekend as well. The website for the Vegas event is TelexFREE, the letter K, END.com, TelexFREE, the letter K, END.com is the information for Vegas. And also bookmark your calendar. Fast forward to March. March will be Atlanta, Georgia, Super Weekend. Steve Labrilla, we look forward to seeing you there. March 14th and 15th, Atlanta, Georgia, Super Weekend. You can catch the information on the internet, learn the schedule. That website is atlantasupersaturday.yolasite.com. And once again, write that down, atlantasupersaturday.yola, YOLASITE.com. And these are promoter events, so it is not a corporate event. So just want to let you know these are the biggest events coming up right now. Dominican Republic, Vegas, February 21st and 22nd, and then fast forward to March 14th, 15th, Atlanta, Georgia. That'll be a Friday and Saturday with a black and white ball. So ladies, get your gowns ready for Saturday night. So that's it today. I tell you, great stuff, and thank you so much for all the information. Steve Labriola and Mr. Joe Craft coming to the line, the corporate TelexFREE call. Don't ever miss these calls, you guys. So excited for each and every one of you. I'm going to open up the lines. I want everybody to yell 100% TelexFREE, and we will talk to you soon.
Unmuted. TelexFREE.
100% TelexFREE.